Good evening, Gusties, and welcome to GAC TV News. I'm Katie Asfeld.
And I'm Sam Hemrick. Thanks for joining us. As April comes to an end, the campus begins to look forward to the annual May Day Peace Conference, a day full of activities and keynote speakers founded back in 1981. Following last year's conference, Executing Justice, Debating Capital Punishment, this year's conference is Multicultural Sweden and will be held around campus on Wednesday, May 2nd. The conference will be started with Swedish author and journalist Dilsa Demmerbag-Sten, who will deliver the opening keynote address in Christ Chapel. With classes being suspended for the day, you will have no excuse to miss this day full of keynote speakers, activities, and even an oratory contest.
To continue with Gustavus's sesquicentennial celebration, the Theater and Dance Department has commissioned internationally known choreographer Stephen Koplewitz to create a series of site-specific dances. Here's GAC TV's Ava Getfert with more.
Dance, art, music, and theater come together at Gustavus for Gustavus under the direction and choreography of internationally known and award-winning Stephen Koplewitz. Our Place in Place is a series of site and theme-specific performances meant to embody Gustavus this sesquicentennial year. Funded by a sesquicentennial mini-grant, visiting assistant professor in theater and dance Jeffrey Peterson asked Stephen to come to Gustavus to create one of his one-of-a-kind site-specific performances.
So it's been a very involved process of first educating Stephen about the college and getting him acclimated to our community and what the core values of this community are, and then also too at the same time introducing him to the architecture of the college and the history of the college and the values in the college, so that as he began crafting the work over touring break, all of that backstory is a part of the actual dance product and theater product that you see in the performances.
I think this piece is very, very Gustavus because he's done a lot of research on the school itself, a lot of background research, so he kind of knows what he was coming into. But then the people that are creating a lot of the choreography or a lot of visual things you're going to see were done by Gustavus students, people that have been here for 2, 3, 4 years and experience what the community is like at Gustavus, what it's like to be a student, what it's like to be part of this community.
Collaboration was a key component in Our Place in Place, not only with Stephen, but also with the students.
Because the process has been incredibly collaborative, and Stephen is coming to the project with that aesthetic sensibility to work with the students in a collaborative way, and his directions to the students have all of this backstory and the core values in mind.
That assignment, and we would have to come up with 3 or 4 ways to do that. We would show him what we had come up with individually, and then he has a really great visual eye to be able to pull things from each individual creative work and piece that together and make it some sort of dance combination or a series of pictures or something like that that we can produce and put into an entire piece.
The experience of Our Place in Place was further enhanced by many collaborations, including a playwriting course, the world champion Governor's Drum and Bugle Corps of St. Peter, the combined Gustavus Choir and Choir of Christ Chapel, and Gustavus cantor Chad Fothergill.
We started with 12 of us trying to dance in this huge building, and then you add another 20 dancers, and now we've got lights and 100 choral voices, so I think it's going to be very different, and I think I'm very, very excited to see the finished product of that one. It's kind of hard to imagine until you just experience it.
By seeking out the musical collaborators, it provides a wonderful backdrop and support for the dancing and the theatricality that his work carries.
Another important part of the pieces was bringing in iconic images of Gustavus.
Here I am sitting in this Adirondack chair, and this is this chair, and these chairs being on campus is the cornerstone of actually 2 of the sites. The site here on Ekman Mall, which is performed at 6 p.m. on both May 2nd and 5th, and then also the indoor campus center site, which is done at noon on each day.
The Adirondack chairs really just represent kind of a sunshine of Gustavus or a smile, and just kind of I guess, a bright future in my mind.
While being performed during Gustavus traditions of May Day and Honors Day, Our Place in Place echoes not only the feeling we have of Gustavus, but also our core values.
I think the Chairs in the Straight Line speaks to excellence, it speaks to community, it speaks to this iconic Adirondack chair and its existence on campus. I think the choreography speaks to contemplation and what time in college means and how to look off into the future. I think there's a number of moments in the work that speak very loudly to some of these ideas.
So I like that it kind of marries and unites everybody. I think that's hopefully too what the Sesquicentennial is just trying to do as a big picture as the whole college.
I think its interpretation is left to the beholder, and I think that's the beauty of a lot of the work that you might see if you do come on May 2nd and May 5th.
All of these performances being performed on May 2nd and May 5th at the Campus Center, Ekman Mall, Beck Atrium, and Christ Chapel at noon, 6, 9, and 10 p.m. respectively are free and open to the public. Come to not only reflect on the beautiful performances, but also what these iconic sites mean to Gustavus and you. Reporting for GAC TV, I'm Ava Gepfert.
This is an event you certainly don't want to miss.
That's all we have for you this evening. Don't forget to check out the Peace Conference and site-specific dances.
From all of us here at GAC TV News, I'm Katie Asfeld.
And I'm Sam Hemrick. Keep it classy, Gustavus. Thanks for joining us.
Let's do it again.
Let's do it again. These of keynote speakers, and I suck.
What?
When did you become a pro?
Oh, I was not a pro.
Right.